Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, and I'm bringing you another, video. And this is going to be an event idea. So this is a mini update that I have designed for the 10th year anniversary of Tapped Out. Now, let me just start this off by saying, I don't think they're going to do anything like this. I think best case scenario with the 10th year anniversary, we're probably just going to get a small promo, like a minor update, probably similar to what they did to the 200th update, where we got the truck. So I'll probably just get like one thing. I'm hoping that we get the world's largest toilet, or GIL. I said that in my predictions. I'm really hoping they give us something like that, or something that's been in the file for a while. It's maybe like Halo Roach Apartments, or something like that. Main reason I'm hoping for GIL, primarily, is just because GIL has been a part of the game ever since it began, so I think it would be quite fitting to add GIL, as opposed to adding something like, a character from the first episode. Adding GIL is actually, I think, makes more sense, because he's been a part of the game since the beginning. So, for that reason, I don't think this update will happen. However, I still wanted to have some fun and design a 10-year anniversary. I was thinking about making a major event for it, like a sort of big event, but I didn't think there was enough content there, and I couldn't really think of anything that would really feel, solid. So I've gone with this instead. So I do hope you enjoy this mini update that I've designed for the 10th year anniversary of Tapped Out, which of course is going to be happening in February. We're hitting 10 years in February. So, let's get into it. Marge asks Homer when was the last time he's gone to work was. And Homer says it's been 10 years since the planet exploded, so it's been a while since he's had a normal shift. And he hasn't aged a year. Wow. It's all thanks to the Skyfinger. He's made living much easier. He only has to work when the Skyfinger demands. Oh no. So you gotta make Homer clock into work and make Marge worry about bills. And that'll obviously be like 6 seconds each. And that will unlock the event. The tappables of this event is going to be Homer clones. That's right. There's going to be a bunch of Homer doppelgangers walking around. And do you know what? I think that's fitting. And the event currency is going to be donut dough. So I figured having donuts be the event currency, just because it wouldn't be like you unlock donuts, but I don't know, that kind of felt a bit weird. So I went with donut dough, so it still ties into the whole, sort of main currency of the game, or one of the main currencies of the game, which is donuts. So let's get into the event. Starting off with, boom, the super premium. We've got the president of the office with the president of the office's car for $8.99. Dollars or pounds. Now you might be wondering, who the hell is this guy? Who is he? Well, this guy actually appears in the Tapped Out trailer. So years and years ago, before the game came out, they released a little trailer for the game, and that trailer basically shows the life of a tapped out addict. And I thought it's a funny little trailer, and they actually animated it with these like new characters that aren't in the show. So I figured it'd be interesting to base an entire event around this trailer, and so that's basically what this event is. And so the president of the office, he's nothing too important, so I figured he'd be fine as the super premium. So chuck him in the super premium, but he also comes with his car as well. I figured why not, just because I do want to have an animation with this car, so I threw this in as well. So you get this car, and you get the president of the office as the super premium. And yeah, he's not a big character in the show, but he does appear in the trailer for Tapped Out, so I figured it makes sense to throw him in here. But don't worry, there's going to be a bigger character to unlock as the main prize. But then we have the store, and in the store, this is separate to the super premium, so the super premium costs real life money, but in the store will be the Tapped Out addict with the Tapped Out addict's house for 150 donuts. So like I said, the Tapped Out addict was in the trailer. We basically see his life. He works in an office, he's getting a promotion, and then his life just goes downhill once he starts playing Tapped Out. And basically, he plays Tapped Out to the point where he's lost his family and he's homeless. So I figured he'd be like a really funny character to throw in. I think this way it kind of like is almost like fourth wall breaking. You're essentially adding yourself, especially if you've been playing for 10 years, you're essentially adding yourself into the game. So I don't know, I figured the Tapped Out addict would be like a really funny character to chuck in there. And he kind of is the main villain of this event, so he's going to be in the store. And this house also appears in the trailer. Now, we do see he's like sitting in his car in the trailer, and you can kind of see the back of his house. And it is this color, but it's probably not this house. But we don't get like a clear shot of his house. So I figured just add this one in. I think it makes more sense. It makes enough sense. Just chuck this house in. This is his house. And in his quest line, we could have him like trying to move, like, oh, you've been, like, his wife could be like, well, you've been living in the garage, like, I'm with the president of the office now, you know that, I'm with your boss, I'm with your former boss, get out. And this whole quest line could be like trying to like rekindle things with his family. And I know we're not going to get his family in this event, sadly, but I think that could work as like a quest line. So yeah, so that's the Tapped Out Attic with the Tapped Out Addict's house for 150 donuts. Then we get to the main quest line. So Homer goes to work like normal, but when he enters, he notices there's another Homer, and another. There's Homers all over the place. What's going on? The Tapped Out Attic enters, ordering Homer to do a plant shift. Do a plant shift! Homer doesn't have a clue what's going on. The Tapped Out Attic says, something is wrong. Tapped Out isn't working. I must do an evil deed. I must hack the game. Maybe there's something in the files. So you make Homer have no clue what's going on, make Marge get confused who the real Homer is, make Bart bully Homers, make Lisa try to reason with the Homers, make Springfielders get scared at the amount of Homers, times 5, make Springfielders earn donut dough, tap 15 Homers, and this will unlock, and also probably make if you have the Tapped Out Attic, make the Tapped Out Attic hack the files. And this will unlock the world's largest toilet with a donut. So you'll get one donut. You know, to be nice, it's the 10-year anniversary, so we're gonna be giving donuts away. So you get one donut, but you also get the world's largest toilet, which is an item that they have. I think it's an item that's been in the files for so goddamn long, where it was in the files. It's no longer in the files, but it was in the files such a long time ago, and we all thought that they were gonna add it at some point. But like we're like 8 years later since we discovered it in the files, and it's still not been added. I think it's time, alright? It's time for the world's largest toilet to be added. So I'm going to go with the world's largest toilet as the first thing, tying it in with the whole thing. He's hacking the files. He discovers the world's largest toilet. So he's like, oh damn, I meant to hack to fix the game, and now I've hacked in an item that's been in the files for a while. That will basically be the quest line. So, the Tapped Out Attic is hacking all sorts into the game and messing with the town. There's a bunch of Apu's, a bunch of Burnses, and no, there's 10 Flanders. Oh god, make it stop, Homer. This is Homer saying this, obviously. Lisa has an idea. Maybe the only one who could help is the Skyfinger himself. But he's busy playing other mobile games, probably. And we'll have like a little bit of fourth wall breaking here. So you make Lisa and Homer track down the Skyfinger, make Marge clean up all the Homers, make Bart get strangled by 10 Homers at once, make Springfielders earn donut dough, tap 15 Homers, and this will unlock the Skyfinger drums. So this is just like a little drum set that the Skyfinger plays in the trailer. It's going to be a decoration. This is probably the weakest decoration of them all. But do you know what? I don't care. I think it's gonna be tied in with something, so don't worry. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Just some drums, really. But you get a stack of donuts with it, which is very nice. So, yeah, great donuts. The Skyfinger is nowhere to be found. He's gone, meaning the Simpsons are the only ones who can stop the Tapped Out Addict. Lisa and Homer beg him to put down the game. He says no, he lost his family for this game, and he's not giving up on it now. He's too deep into it. He's got nowhere to go. He lost his house buying donuts. That's it, Lisa says. They need to get a house for him. So you make Lisa and Homer build a house, make Springfielders earn donuts, probably have some other stuff, some other characters do something, I don't know. I couldn't really think of a way. But anyway, you tap 15 Homers and you unlock the Pink Bungalow and 10 tokens. So there'll be like a mystery box as well. I didn't bother making it, but I imagine if they were to do this, they should probably make like a 10-year mystery box. Actually, do you know what could be like really cool? They could have like a year 1 mystery box, a year 2, a year 3, a year 4, so on and so forth. That could be like such a cool idea, and so that way you split the mystery boxes into different years. I don't know, yeah, that's what they're going to do, right? In my event idea, anyway. And you get 10 tokens. Instead of just 1, you get 10 of them. So you can buy as much, you have 10 chances, you can, for 10 years, you have 10 tokens. So you can get, like, each year you can get a different prize from each box if you liked. And yeah, you get the pink bungalow. It's just something that was in the trailer, pretty much. And I tried to my best to tie it in. I don't know. I just think having more houses would be cool. It's a cool looking house. And also, after they add it, they can add it permanently to the store as well. So, like, there's a new house that you can buy. I just really would, like, prefer if they added some houses now and again, because I think they really flesh out the town. The tapped out addict loves his new house. He puts down the phone. Maybe it's time to uninstall the game, he says. And then maybe we can just have the EA logo say, no, too far. Lisa points out they still have the issue of a bunch of Homers lurking around the town, plus the other doppelgangers. Homer has a plan. Using donuts, they lure in all the Homers to the Flanders house, and somehow maybe Apu helps to lure his doppelgangers, and Mr. Burns helps to lure his doppelgangers, and Flanders lures his doppelgangers. But they lead them all into Flanders' house, and Flanders is like, wait, why are they all going into my house? And Homer's like, look, Flanders, I need to do what I know what to do, and that's blow up your house, like I blew up the town 10 years ago. So you make Homer cause a mini meltdown, make Lisa mark up a blast zone, make Bart laugh at the Homer's deaths, bit morbid, make Marge bake donuts, make Springfielders earn donut dough, and you tap 15 Homers, and this will unlock, boom, 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 the destroyed Flanders house. So I'm thinking this could be a facade. I think they could make this into a facade for sure. Yeah, this will be a facade for Flanders house. So basically, it's a skin. So you unlock this, and you can, switch through Flanders' different skins, and you can have him have a destroyed house like this. And of course, it will also come with a dozen donuts or 6? Was it stack of donuts? Whatever it is, stack of donuts, I think. Box. This is box. This is stack, right? Yeah. So you get the stack of donuts with that as well. And then, finally, crisis averted for now. Homer says they've learned a great lesson today. Well, 2 great lessons. Addiction is bad, and the Skyfinger is a useless deity. God helped out more. Homer begins cursing out the Skyfinger, and he appears. Homer talks to the player, but I thought, you were the Skyfinger. No, you're not, because you solved the crisis. You're the real God. That must mean you're more powerful than the Skyfinger himself. So you make Homer question reality, make Marge, Bart, and Lisa clear up, make Springfielders earn donuts, tap 15 Homers, and this will unlock, you've probably guessed it by now, the Skyfinger as a permanent, full playable character, and also you get a tray of donuts. Okay, so I want to talk about this, because some people are like, wait, that's like a really bad character. No, I actually disagree. So it's really weird. So sometimes the Skyfinger is meant to represent you, the player. So it's meant to represent all of us. But I think sometimes they don't. Sometimes they play fast and loose with this idea. Sometimes they kind of like refer to the Skyfinger as like a separate thing, and the player isn't involved at all. Like the Skyfinger is just something that is kind of involved. But I don't know, it's really weird. So I'm going with the theory that the Skyfinger is an imposter. He's just our representative, right? He's just he's not the real player. He's just a finger after all. So you get the Skyfinger as a full playable character, and he will basically just be a big yellow finger with some clouds above him. And also, you got to point this out as well. What about non-white players? Okay, they can't be represented by a big yellow finger. That sounds really stupid, but yeah, no. I think that's true as well. It's a big yellow finger, right? And what if you're a non-white player? You're being represented by a yellow finger. So, do you know what? I'm adding the Skyfinger as a playable character because I think, apart from Gil, it's the most fitting character to be added. Yeah, it's not a Simpsons character. Yeah, it's a tapped out character. But do you know what? I think that is what would make it work. So it would walk around town, pretty much just bouncing its little finger around town, and it will have the clouds on it. It's the most fitting character for me to be in the prize track. I was thinking of like other characters to put in here, but the Skyfinger to me makes the most sense because the Skyfinger is essentially in every single update. He's in every single splash screen after all. So, I don't know, for me anyway, I think it makes sense to have the Skyfinger be the final character for the prize track of the 10th year anniversary. I think it'd make a really fun and wacky 10-year anniversary character. The only other time I feel like they could add the Skyfinger is if ever they did like a final update and they were to end the game. I kind of would want them to add the Skyfinger as a final character. I don't know, that's just me personally. I just think it could be like a really cool little twist character to add in. So, the epilogue, Homer begins to talk to the Skyfinger, asking him how he feels. to be just another Springfielder. The Skyfinger tells Homer he's fine with it. It's sort of like Jesus coming to Earth after all. So you make Homer hang with the Skyfinger, make the Skyfinger talk about Homer's reality, and that will end the event. So yeah, that's my idea. Hope you liked it. But we got some tasks and some animation. So for the president of the office, we got drive around with his new family. That will literally just be in this car that he comes with, obviously. He'll just be driving around, and the family will probably be there. I think just sticking them in an animation is fine, because at least the president of the office kind of has some interaction, whereas the only other character who really does is the guy's wife, but there's not really a name I can have, like Mrs. Tapped Out Addict, President of the office is vague enough. Promote employees for 4 hours. That will be at the, where would I actually put the thing? I think probably, there's not really any offices in the game, is there? Apart from like the future stuff. Maybe like the post office or something. I'm trying to think. Or I guess it could always be the town hall. I guess. Run for the Brown House if you really want to just go for it. Run the office for 8 hours, again, town hall or Brown House. Have the staff clean his car. So this will be an animation at his car, and there'll be like two NPCs, just NPCs that have been around for a while, NPCs, like recurring NPCs, and they'll be dressed in like suit and ties, and they'll be there like washing his car, and the boss will just be like directing them like, "Oi, you missed a spot," sort of thing. And then gloat about being tapped out free for 24 hours. That will be at the town hall or Brown House, I guess. Yeah, so his quest line is pretty much about how he's got such a great life because he never downloaded that horrible game. And then for the Tapped Out Addict, we've got Advertise for Tapped Out. So I figured, why not? Just have he'll have like a big iPad or a MyPad, I should say, and he'll be like advertising it, and then maybe he'll have like a billboard sign or like a cardboard cutout sign saying like donuts only $6.99 or whatever it is, Basically just like simping for Tapped Out. That's what I want his 60-minute one to be. Hack into the files for 4 hours. That'll be the Brown House. Or actually, that will be at his house. Wait till tasks are completed for 8 hours. That will be his house. Play till rock bottom for 12 hours. So this will be him playing on his little phone in like this scruffy clothing. He's not shaven, scruffy hair, and he'll be like by like a little burning trash can, essentially, playing over that. So he'll be homeless, basically. And the little trash can will just spawn. And then sell his life for donuts for 24 hours. That will be at his house. Again, like I said, his quest line will be about him trying to get with his family again, get into his family's life again. But maybe he falls right back into the tapped out addiction. And then finally, the Skyfinger. The reason why I wanted to have the drum one is, like I said, I really wanted to have like a little drum animation, just because it's kind of cool to see. So play the drums for 60 minutes, so that will be at the drums, and it'll just be the Skyfinger playing the drums pretty much. Scratch cards and open boxes for 4 hours, that will be at the Quickie Mart. Redesign a town for 8 hours, that will be at the Simpsons house. Place trees, actually, that could be at the power plant, yeah. Place trees over the town for 12 hours. So this will be the Skyfinger, basically just placing trees along the road. It will be walking along the road, and it'll just be placing trees and then moving and then placing trees. And then obviously after the third tree, the previous trees will begin to fade away. They won't be permanent trees, but the little finger will just be going around placing trees. And then for a special task, we've got generate XP for 24 hours. This will be at the XP Collider. And essentially, it will be a 24-hour task that will just earn a boatload of XP and probably enough to, help you level up a boatload of levels, or at the very least, level you up to give you the free donuts. If you're fully leveled up already, it will just give you the free donuts. That way, it's got a special thing. I was trying to think of 2 animations that would really sell it, but I think having a special task makes more sense. And I think the XP thing is because the thing collects cash and XP, right? The sky finger is meant to represent your finger, so it's not really collecting donuts very often. It's mostly collecting XP and cash, but cash is boring. I think XP makes more sense because that way you can earn you can farm the donuts. So yeah, the generate XP will be its special 24-hour task. So that is my 10-year anniversary. Who knows what they will actually do? I'm probably thinking, unless they base the New Year's event, which is hopefully will get the leak soon, unless they base that New Year's event on the 10-year anniversary, which they could do, I think for the most likely we're just going to get something minor where they'll acknowledge the 10-year anniversary. I do hope that they actually acknowledge it. I'll be kind of mad if they don't do something special, because it is 10 years of a game. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's my event idea. I hope you've enjoyed it. Tell me your thoughts. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.